Welcome back to Main Station. So, well, I'm back. And it's time to make a video. Well, this time it's going to be about USMJ again. Some very nice movement in my opinion. Reason why I haven't been too active, or basically I haven't been active in the last week. I think I made only 2 videos instead of 4 or 5, which I'm usually aiming at. Is, well, I had stuff to do, and I had, people over at my place. More a girl, You could say she's my girlfriend now, but whatever. Yeah, so I had business. You can imagine. Yeah, so whatever, let's start. And well, I rank these 5 usual stocks of mine, which I'm watching from least bullish to most. Well, they are none of them is bearish. They are basically all indicating bullish action, and well, or neutral to bullish, but basically bullish. So to get started, this is tilt holdings. My latest prediction was that a scenario which would be bullish would be that we find a bottom, come back up, make a lower high, get a higher low, and then break up out of this lower high to get to a higher high again. And this would be then an indication that our trend will change. And then, as usual, we could have patterns such as a cup and handle, inverse head and shoulders, or stuff like that. This is usually how trend change plays out, by first making a low, then a higher low, or a lower high, then a higher low, and then a higher high after this lower high. And then this would be an indication that our trend has changed, and this usually plays out by a specific pattern, such as a head and shoulders. So, well, this could be such a scenario. We basically made a daily lower high, a higher low. We haven't really made a lower high yet. This would be our lower high today. And this is also basically a double top, which would be an indication that we could see head and shoulders, because this would be our neckline right here. And well, this would be a left shoulder, head, and right shoulder could be forming in the near future. The RSI isn't indicating anything. Well, this is not trending, so trending indicators do not matter right now. And well, this is also a reason why my indicators of my TA won't show you much, because well, RSI is mostly trending, not all, but mostly. ADX is complete trend. Well, moving averages are trend indicators. So well, you could say that the DTD sequential isn't, and it's basically just working off of candlesticks. Well, yeah, and this is also a reason why I'm including it lately, because it gets a bit more perspective on price movements. So, well, here it doesn't really say anything. So, and also this isn't really anything I would do any significant TA on, because firstly we don't have much trading history, and I don't see any reason why I should. I think support and resistance is just fine on this stock right here. Yeah, of course you can do or you can find indicators which work fine on it, but well, I don't have the time, or I could take the time. I don't want to right now. So, well, this is still holdings, and I think that we will most likely will have found now our lower high or our double top will create a higher low off of this. And well, my prediction wasn't too off. We basically made a lower high and a higher low, and then, well, we will see. But well, I was off on time and on the price levels, but basically we did what I wanted to if we see a bullish scenario. So what could play out now is that we will see a rebound. This also looks like a hanging man on the top, or a shooting star on the top, and then we will see it come back down, get another higher low, create our head and shoulders, maybe have our right shoulder a bit more up than our left shoulder. This would be also a bullish indication. Then come back up, break this, and move. Well, I'm doing this in one arrow. Then break this lower high, and then we would look for a definite trend change on a daily and a weekly time frame. Until then, well, this could be also forming into a cup and handle, maybe on a 4 hour or on the hourly. Then we would see it just a little bit come back down. We would see it coming down a little bit, or just make an equilibrium and see a bull break off of this in the near future, maybe in the next few days, but definitely in this week, if this forms, or if this will form into a cup and handle on just basically a short-term consolidation on a daily and a 4 hour time frame. So, well, basically it looks bullish in my opinion. Well, yeah, we can just roll off of this and find lower lows, but I think this is too likely. This is also a nice low because it basically has touched this right here, this level, which has been support and resistance already. So I wanted to get there. I wanted it to get there, and it did. So I think this is a reasonable. It is reasonable to expect trend change and see bullish movement in the near future. And of course, if you look bullish, then you should enter, or you could, and in my opinion should, enter upon 3.5 breaking this level right here, breaking. And if we activate our pivots, maybe they work this time. Well, they don't. They just show $4. What the fuck? But okay. Yeah. So basically you want to look at entering upon breaking 3.5, and then you can ride this as long as you want to. Of course, you have to do your own research and TA and stuff like that, and I'm not a financial advisor or whatever, so do your own stuff. And this is only my opinion. So, well, this is already 8 minutes. What the fuck? Okay, so maybe I should do a little bit quicker. So I don't know. Whatever. This is Harvest Health. Basically, just it's consolidating right now, and I would look for an equilibrium. Well, it looks like it's forming right now. We have basically a daily triple top, or short-term triple top, maybe on the hourly too, which, in my opinion, will form into a high, a lower high, a low, lower high, and higher low, and basically just create this equilibrium right here on the daily, and then see continuation to the upside. This would be my most likely scenario. Well, we can, of course, this is my opinion. The second most likely scenario is that we will see a bull flag form. This would be then like this, maybe. Well, we only have very recent price action and not enough data, in my opinion, to be certain of any real specific patterns like bull flags. but well, this has been a bullish move, and we haven't broke down yet. So well, we came down, we corrected a little bit, so it's not too extended anymore. The RSI is still extended, yes, but this is a bull move, or a longer term bull move. So well, it's not too out of the moon that we are extended, and we most likely will be, and we most likely will be for our next few weeks, in my opinion, if this continues to play bullish. So, well, in my opinion, you want to wait on this and see form an most likely an equilibrium or a bull flag, and then enter upon it, either break one of this lower highs, or it break, and this would be my most liked entry, is upon breaking, and maybe our pivots will show this time. Well, they don't, because they only showed this low right here. Or, come on, they showed this. What? Why are you showing these two lows? Why? Man, I think I should use another pivot indicator and just throw this basically in the trash can. Okay, so well, you can enter upon either it break a lower high, or it break this level right here, basically 11.2-ish, and well, then and just like until ride it until you don't want it anymore. So yeah, going forth on GDI, my scenario basically has played out. We broke our consolidation pattern of lower highs and lower lows, broke quite significantly and very nicely. Our volume isn't too much compared to right here and right here. Well, compared to our low, it is much. So still nice. We definitely have more bull than bear volume, and you can see we are consolidating again. This looks like either an equilibrium or a cup and handle, but in my opinion still looking quite bullish and very nice. Maybe we can draw a trend line and can see where we maybe will form. Yeah, this could play out. Maybe we will find our next higher low right here, and then see it break to the upside again and see continuation. This actually was very nice timed. I'm quite surprised. This, well, basically went as I expected it to. Well, we haven't broken this lower high yet, and this will be a very important point in my opinion when we break this level, because this is a very significant lower high, and not like this, which some might say it's consolidation. It's not, in my opinion. So well, we look bullish, and this looks bullish basically, is what I'm trying to say. And you can enter anytime. If you are looking middle or short term, then of course you would, as on any of these other stocks and price actions, you want to look at entering upon breaking lower highs or a recent high, basically of equilibriums, bull flags, basically just consolidation patterns. So well, on this one you could enter upon breaking 22, basically $20, and you would then look bullish and ride it again, maybe up to 21. This is important resistance incoming, so you want to be cautious. Also on the hourly and maybe on the 4 hour, I don't know. Well, yes, but Not too bad. We are getting bearish divergence on the RSI. This isn't too uncommon on short-term time frames, so we can also just stick to the daily. And well, also here we have bearish divergence, but it's not too significant. So yeah, basically it still looks bullish in my opinion, because we broke recent important highs and made a nice higher low upon these highs. So yeah, GDI looks bullish in my opinion. Going forward on MJAR, why this is, or why I rank this a bit more bullish than GDI, is because it isn't too far from breaking recent highs. It's basically same, not really any difference. You can see it has moved quite similar, and well, we recently broke our lower high of 4.855. Maybe our pivots will work this time. Well, they did. I'm amazed. Wow. So we broke it, and we are now finding support upon it. So we are trying to form a higher low on a daily and a 4-hour time frame. If I don't, yeah. So on daily, this looks very interesting to me. Although this was a shooting star, we are now forming inside bars, or at least one inside bar on a daily time frame, and this would be an indication now that we can see an equilibrium playing out, bull flag, basically again a consolidation pattern, which will usually look for more price action in the direction of the recent move. So since this is a bull move, we would look again for a bull action. So my prediction wasn't too right. We haven't yet come back up to our recent lower high right here on 5.5. This will be my next target, and if we, well, this is basically my predictions. My predictions are just rough by using these arrows, and first, don't include real time, in my opinion. I try to do them time wise, but usually price just takes a little bit more time than I do my predictions, and I'm fine with that. But price levels, in my opinion, are a bit, well, timing is very important, but price levels are also very important if you want to have entry points. So you can enter also again upon breaking recent highs, but well, since this is incoming and this is quite important resistance, well, I think we will break it. Don't get me wrong, but you should maybe be a little bit cautious. Maybe this should be a reason why. Well, on GDII this looks very similar again, but we don't have our bearish divergence which we have on GDII. So also very similar, enter upon breaking recent highs. You can look at this on the hourly too. Since this is not a really high traded stock, you maybe shouldn't, and basically should look for a daily swing position. You can also enter right now. This is still a nice profit area, because this is basically over 10% upon or until our lower high, which was here, 155. So well, you can enter of course, but don't be too overexcited if you see 5% or whatever, because we are heavy resistance incoming, I want to say. So moving or finishing off with CNNX, well, we actually see continuation right now of this bull move. If you go to the hourly, I don't know how. Yeah, it's actually nice. You can see how much more traded it has got from like right here, like choppy, really boring sideways action, until like really price movements and actually where you can expect and predict candlesticks. So this looks nice in my opinion, and we have now again a bit more continuation to the upside. Well, I told you about this. Yes, I entered, and I told you about this. I entered a swing position, I think right here about. Then we came up. We broke our lower high, which had me quite confident. But then we came back down, and I was a bit puzzled because we had this consolidation, and I thought, yeah, well, I exited and got stopped out of this candle. Then I said, well, I'm going to enter again, and if this candle breaks, then well, I will be stopped out, and then maybe this isn't too real. Well, I get stopped out by this short move right here, and well, I missed these whole like 20%, 30%, I don't know. Yeah, 20, almost 30%. I missed all of this because I was too scared. But I mean, I had a reason, and this was this quite significant and quite nice possibility of a rising wedge. And I didn't see this until then, because this was our third touch, and we had like 2 touches, maybe 3 touches if you want to include this, but this still looks like 2 touches, and I thought we could come back down. Tested a third time, and then see it break, and well, this would be bearish of course, since this is a bearish pattern. But well, we didn't, and we basically broke higher and are now hitting important resistance. So well, I was wrong, but I did the wrong thing. I was right, but I did the wrong thing. So yeah, well, I basically made this the most bullish because we have 15% gains. So, and well, I was basically right. If you had entered upon it breaking this move, you if you entered right here upon breaking lower highs, you would have gained like about 20%, maybe 15%. If you enter right here, this would be 20% upon breaking right here, or moving right here, that you would have made 50%. So, well, a lot of gains left on the table also on my side, but this is basically more to harden and to understand price movements and harden my predictions. So, well, I was right. Nice. Very nice in my opinion. Actually, very important, and maybe the most important, to be right. Well, of course it's important to be wrong, because if you can't be right in long term if you aren't wrong, because you don't know. But I was wrong a lot of times, and I learned, and I'm still learning, of course. So, well, for entry points right now, I don't know. Well, we are hitting right now important resistance. We are extended on most time frames. We have made 15% gains. I would look for bull flag right here, bull flag or short-term equilibrium. And I would look at this on the hourly to form a higher low, come back up, come back down to this trend line and this high right here, form a higher low, and I can draw this, of course. Use arrows, come back down around here, and see it break this level again with some hopefully some nice volume, and yeah, just some nice moves. You can see this is quite significant volume actually. So maybe there is some fundamental things going on, but if you acted upon TA, this would have been quite nice. And if you would have included your, and I didn't look at this because, well, I didn't,